Welcome to Fire Virgo Tarot. I am a tarot reader and intuitive. Shout out to all my lovely Fire Virgos. So today, Virg, I didn't get any particular intuitive messages before I press record, but I am getting, okay, because I pulled 2 cards for your person, that someone wants to talk, right? Because we pulled that card for them, the someone wants to talk card. But the thing is, I keep getting, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I would say if I talk to the Virgo. I don't know what I would say if Virgo answers or if I reach out. I feel like there's a big prideful component to this person here. So where they'd rather like suffer in silence or not really open up just because they feel like they'd be letting their guard down too much, or it'll feel like the ball is in your court. Now, your person, this kind of feels like a little bit immature because it's like, listen, if you want to talk to me, you can pick up that phone. You know my number. But for whatever reason, they feel hesitant. We'll find that out as we dig deeper into their energy. But the second card they pulled here, Berg, was give your relationship a chance. They want to work on this partnership. Okay, so I feel like part of them, as you can see, like these wings that are around these 2 people, it felt like it was a very soulful connection, or a connection where you guys really understood each other or had this great affection for each other. And I feel like your person is thinking about that. That's their motivation behind wanting to talk to you. I feel like this connection had, I want to say, because I'm feeling like even hot, like as I'm saying it. So it's reminding me of a very intense connection where the arguments were intense. The passion was intense. The love was intense. Just everything about the goddamn connection is intense. Okay. So I feel like that's also why this person so badly wants to speak up, but they don't know what to say. I keep getting, if I call Virgo, what would I even say? So I'm tapping into like a union here where you guys left off on a really, I want to say awkward foot. It doesn't feel final. It doesn't feel like a decision was made. It doesn't feel like someone just walked away. It just feels like a bit of awkwardness. It's like, okay, you know, crickets, what do we do now? Okay, but let me get your energy here, Virg. Let me know if it's resonating. I want to get your energy, see how you're feeling about the situation. Then I want to get into your person. So how is my Virgo feeling about the situation, Spirit? What is my Virgo's energy toward this person? What is my Virgo's energy toward this person at this time? Okay. Oh, we got the Tower, bottom of the Page of Pentacles. So if this person wants to contact you, Virg, I feel like you don't quite know how you would react. You know that, as I talked about the intensity, that it could go left real quick. Like, you don't know if you'll be happy. You don't know if you're ready to, if you'll be ready to put them paws on somebody, all right, which is a colloquialism for ready to spar with them, okay? Because the Tower, this can talk about anything could happen. Like, everything is fair game, whether it's an argument, a real conversation that you guys have, a transparent talk, because I feel like whatever the situation was left on, what you guys had was completely uprooted, right? What you guys had no longer exists. So you guys have to figure out like a new normal with how to communicate with each other. Even down to like what this even is anymore. Okay, so whatever happened, it definitely was something that took toll on the union here. How do you view what happened here, Virgo? What is this? How is my Virgo viewing what happened? Queen of Pentacles, you're not. Okay, you're not. Because with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like at some point you did look to this, or you did feel hurt about it. And not to say you still don't, Virg, but I feel like there's so many other things in your life that are taking precedence over you sulking about this person. So yes, personally, you'll think about them, watch tarot readings about them. But I feel like there's a side of you that's not consumed at all. I feel like there's a side of you that's just very concerned with Virgo's business, becoming your best self. And we've been getting that energy all throughout your readings where you're continuing to evolve, right? I feel like you do think about the past, or you do think about like, man, like, we could have been together, or now I'm by myself. I thought, you know, I had a different kind of vision for me and my person's future, but it didn't happen like that. I feel like every time you think about the Tower, you're like, well, you know, and then you go back to doing what it is you do. So I feel like there's this energy where you're kind of like, I don't want to say indifferent or like apathetic, but I just feel like you have this energy to you where you're like, me feeling super sad about it or being really consumed in my feelings isn't going to help anything. Okay, so what are you wanting from this connection here, Virg? What is my Virgo wanting from this connection? 10 of Swords, bottom of the Page of Wands. Okay, so Virgo, I feel like you're okay with it ending. Okay, point blank, pretty straightforward here. You're okay with it ending. For some of you guys, you want the relationship to end as you knew it, which I feel like that already happened. So I feel like when you talk to yourself about the situation, or like, you know, if this person ever comes back in my life, how you would treat it, how you would kind of like, what your energy would be like. You don't want anything like how it was. It just didn't suit you. How was the relationship for you to feel like you don't even want to recount that? What is, okay, just one spirit. How was the relationship? The World card. All right, I feel like there was a lot of hurt. There was a lot of like constant endings in this relationship too. It's like it got started, but it would always end. Right? So I feel like you want to have like, it's like, can we just have a month where we get along? Like, I feel like you guys had a hard time even reaching that month mark of very little disagreements, if any at all, and really being on that same accord. I feel like you're just over the arguing. Like you've done that, Virg. Like you've had your fair share of arguments. You've had your fair share of fights with your significant other. But it's like you're kind of over that. Like you want something that feels like you can be safe in that. And you never had that. You really do want safety and commitment from whomever it is that you're with. And if this connection can't give you that, you'll allow it to end. Okay, so what is my Virgo's goal, Spirit? My Virgo's goal. Okay, we got the 6 of Wands. Right, so your goal is to just make sure that everything is all good. I don't feel like you want to fight. I don't feel like you want to push or pull. I just feel like you're very centered and logical right now and thinking about what it is that you want, right? I still feel like you're pretty, you still feel intensely about this person. You still really do enjoy them, or you really do like them, like when you think about the past. But you guys both have to get on the same accord, or else it's not going to work. Okay, and I think that's something that you're finally just comfortable with admitting, right? Because at some point you may not have felt comfortable even saying like, oh my gosh, we may not work. But now that it's a reality, you're like, okay, well, I can't hide from it. Okay. So let's get into your person, because we have this someone wants to talk, but there is an air of pride here. What would I even say if I talk to the Virgo? Right now there's silence. Okay, this is definitely seeming like it's for most of you guys who are not in communication with your person. Okay. So what's the motivation behind this person wanting to talk to my Virgo? Wanting to have communication with my Virgo? What is their motivation? What is their motivation here, Spirit? Wanting to talk to my Virgo. Okay, we got 2. Just need 1. What is their motivation? Ooh, 6 of Cups. Bottom deck, the World card. So remember how I said earlier, Virg, like it feels like an awkward ending, right? But it's something that always happened. Like it always ends up ending in some way. And that was like your problem with the situation. So they're aware of why you guys are in this weird place too. But with the 6 of Cups, this talks about why someone wants to talk, right? And this is definitely a reconciliation energy. This is thinking about the past, a great sense of nostalgia, missing you, yearning for those old times, those good feelings. But it's like the minute they start thinking about those good feelings, they're aware that the Tower has also hit. So it's not logical, or it's not realistic for them to just be in the state of mind like, oh, I just want to talk to the Virgo and we could reminisce and we could have a great conversation, because that likely won't be the case. There was too much that happened here. Too much, right? That would have to actually be addressed. And I think we got that in one of your readings where someone was very avoidant. Okay, this could be that person for those of you guys who have been following this saga with that person you've been dealing with. So take it as it resonates. But with the 6 of Cups, definitely wanting a reconciliation here with you, Virg. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more. What is their motivation behind wanting this reconciliation? What thoughts are they having, or what thoughts do they have that make them want to reconcile with my Virgo? Okay, I just was told to grab the Truth deck. Let's see. Let's get a Truth card on why they want to reconcile with my Virgo. Okay. Okay. So I feel like they feel as though they've been passive for too long, or they haven't done anything about the situation for too long, right? It's like they think about attaining this again, or think about going after it, but for whatever reason, for some time here, Virg, the motivation wasn't there for your person, because they were very passive and lax about it. I think that's also what pissed you off. But it's like the motivating factor at this time is like you guys are on your last thread. Okay, it's like you guys are on your last leg, I should say, with the break. Okay, so they're seeing that if they allow this situation to happen, because they wouldn't have to reconcile with you if you guys were smooth sailing, right? So it's telling me that you guys are definitely in silence, or at least broken up, not speaking. But also with the break, They feel like it's only a matter of time until this one thing that's holding you guys together breaks. I think the one thing that's holding you guys together is the fact that you do feel like this is a soulmate. You guys both feel that way. Some of you guys may have even used that verbiage, because I'm also seeing soulmate card at the bottom of the Romance Oracle deck, as well as Six of Cups being a soulmate card. So excuse me, Virg. And also we have another 6 here, which in the major arcana is the lovers. So it's just a lot of energy around a soul connection here that I feel like is really motivating this person to want to reach out and reconcile with you. Okay, so give me more here, Spirit. Give me more. What does this person feel like the issue was? What does this person feel like the issue was with them and the Virgo? What does this person feel like the issue was with them and the Virgo? What is this person? Okay. 8 of Swords. There was too much being in the head space, not enough actual outright communicating, okay, with this 8 of Swords. There were so many things that you two could have resolved simply by talking about it. But for whatever reason, your person has such a difficulty talking about it or opening up about it. It's almost, I got the word squeamish. It's like anytime they're discussing something that doesn't feel good, they'd rather kind of run away from that than address that, which feels childish. But it's like for them, they see that as a red flag, or it's like, oh my gosh, we're arguing again. This doesn't feel good. Let me run away from that. Right? Which is pretty, yeah, childish. It just seems like they haven't really, I'm just heavily getting here, Virg, that your person hasn't really worked on themselves emotionally. I'm not seeing too much of that work being done here. I feel like, Virg, you once had that issue too, but you've worked on it. Okay, and now you're able to use more logic and think in terms of long term, right? Instead of just being overly passionate about someone. But your person, it just doesn't seem as though they've done that emotional work to truly be open and vulnerable with this Queen of Cups energy here. Okay, so tell me more. All right, but it does look like they're aware of it, that they spent too much time in their head. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. Why is the 8 of Swords here? Yeah, and the Hermit, really? Okay, so I feel like your person, you might really feel like, and your person feels as though you feel this way, and this could be very specific, Virg, so let me know. They feel like, and they could have told you this at some point, like, you think I don't care about you, Virgo, or you think that I don't love you, that I'm not thinking about you, or that I don't prioritize you. I do. Like, they constantly told you, like, I do. But it's very difficult for them to open that door up, or open that part of themselves up. Right, because they spend a lot of time in hermit mode, overthinking, really reflecting, being withdrawn. I wouldn't be surprised if this person really goes in and out of your life with for no apparent reason in your mind, but for them, the feelings are a bit too much, right? This sounds like a familiar reading, one of your recent readings, I believe. But they're aware that this is something that is messing up the relationship or the longevity of it. Okay, so tell me more. Why is this Hermit here? Okay. All right, we got movement. All right, so this has been very stagnant, but your person is definitely wanting some movement after a time of them going back in their mind, withdrawing from the situation, being in a space here, Virg, where they think in their head more than they communicate with you. So that always upset you, and that always made you feel like you were not priority to this person. Okay, so how do they want to go about this movement here? How do they want to go about this movement here with my Virgo? How would they like to go about this movement here with my Virgo? How would they like to go about this move? Okay, Star card. They want to heal it. Okay, definitely want to heal it. The energy with this person, though, they feel like they have to go to their, like, go within. Your person is a type, and this is why some of these, when I read for certain people that, you know, just coming up, some I have more pity for than others, or more understanding for, I should say. This person is one of those people, and I say that here because, Virg, they seem like the type who wants to make sure it's the best decision for themselves before they make a decision just solely for you, right? Because if I make the best decision for me, that is the best decision for you, okay? Because if I make the best decision for you and it's not the best decision for me, then what the hell are we doing? So your person actually, they try to go within to really get those answers and go quiet. Now, I feel like, Virgo, you are a very understanding person. You are very level-headed, even-keeled. So if this person wants to bring this to you, you'd understand it and you'd get it. And you'd say, okay, well, if you need your time to withdraw, sit in your fucking hermit mode for 10 years, maybe I'll be available when you decide to see the light again, or maybe I won't, right? But at least thank you for being transparent. I think that's all that you need. But then it ends up blowing up because a huge tower happens because this person is just not communicative. But it looks like it is something that they're working on. They're trying to really sort this out within themselves before they come to you, basically. Okay, let's get a truth card on that. What is this? Okay. Yep. As I said, a truth card, we got lies here. So you might feel like this person, or they think that you think that they lied to you, especially when they tell you that they care for you. Because Virg, you just can't fathom the fact that someone could care for you and carry themselves like this in the union. Okay. But it's like, they're here to tell you like, no, Virg, it's not lies. Like, this is how I feel. I genuinely struggle. Okay. But I feel like you just don't really have too much of a, you just don't have too much of a threshold for that type of shit at this point. You know, it's just like, come on. All right, as I split the deck, we have I still want this, right? We can kind of see that here with this person's energy. Let's get more, Spirit. What is this person's energy toward my Virgo? This person's energy toward my Virgo. Okay, yeah. First card is we have self-care, right? Taking things up with themselves first before they come to you. We can definitely see that. And we have new me. Okay, so definitely trying to make some changes here. And I feel like you'll be pleased, or they're hoping that you'll be pleased. Okay, Virgo, so I'm going to uncover these cards in the extended. I want to get your person's next actions toward you, how they're truly feeling but do not have the courage to say, as well as likely outcome. So if you are interested, everything is down below in the description to the extended. See you in a minute.